Oh, hello. How long have you been waiting? Anyway, let's talk about Andor episode 5. Now, as always, I'm not going to do like a play-by-play of the entire episode. I'm just going to talk about the things that stick out to me. So, there will be spoilers. So, if you haven't seen any of the episodes, especially episode 5, I would suggest watching something else. But otherwise, let's get on with it. I like how Andor is proving that there are kinds of people that exist in the Star Wars universe. Like, I don't know, like nagging mothers. Uh, we have Cyril here with his mother, and she's definitely upset with his, I guess, demotion, his firing, whatever it actually ended up being. But I love that he's just sitting here eating cereal while she nags at him, and it's interesting because you're taking this character who really could be just a one note, kind of forgotten character after that first set of episodes, the first 3 episodes went down. But no, we're getting this humanization of this person who really just wants to get ahead and do whatever he can to better himself and apparently his mother, which I'm not really seeing a lot of love there, but it's interesting nonetheless. We get some really interesting conversations between Cassian Andor and the rest of the team. In particular, this character of Skeen, who they're talking about the way that the Empire looks at the people that they govern, and he says something that's really cool. It's the name of the episode. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers, and it's kind of an interesting. It's a concept that I never had really. It's something that I probably subconsciously always knew, but I never really had anybody put it into words in a Star Wars movie where it's they don't they don't care about the people that they're basically just marching over. They don't care. They don't care what happens. And it's interesting how they're basically laying the I guess the seeds of rebellion all over the universe without even realizing that that's what they're doing. We get a look at Mon Mothma and her daughter, and didn't know she had a daughter, and she's pretty upset with her, and kind of an interesting, again, just another layer to the character that we didn't know before. I will say though that there are characters that they're setting up, especially the character of Nemec, probably the most likable character of the crew, the one that's immediately like, yeah, that's a good dude. Yeah, he's probably not going to be around. I just have a feeling that this is setting up for some disappointment, some emotional things. That's just how I look at it. I hope I'm wrong, but yeah, I can't see it going down any other way. There's a scene in episode 5 that probably is, I mean, could be looked at as another one of those throwaway type moments, but it's really not. It's an interesting look at the way that the Empire is perceived. And this TIE fighter, just we've heard the sound of TIE fighters for what, 45 years now, right? We know the sound of a TIE fighter, but I've never heard one sound so menacing and that instills fear in everyone that hears it. It's pretty cool, and I really like the way that they are doing that. The Empire is, man, they're scary stuff, and I love it. It's really what it comes down to is the acting is is giving you that feeling, and it's really really well done. I love that it shows that throughout all this, Karn is just becoming obsessed with Andor. He's pinpointed Andor as the reason for his plight, for the reason that he's in this mess. And I really kind of like that. And of course, that's setting up the future as to yeah, he's probably going to be teaming up with Dima, right? That's it's going to be some cool stuff there. I really like that we end the episode with Luthen, basically just kind of like, I'm nervous about this, and this better go down. And the person that works there, I don't know if that's his wife or what, but she's basically telling him, you need to chill out, you need to go get some sleep. And kind of an interesting thing that someone else on another thing I just wanted to show you if you hadn't seen it. Yeah, that's the Shankara stones from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom up in the top right corner on the shelf there. I think that's really cool. So look, the score is great. The cinematography, again, amazing, just beautiful scenery. And you've got to look at this. You've got to think that the people at Lucasfilm are looking at this and saying, yeah, this is really, really, this looks a lot better than the stuff that we do on the volume, right? I mean, they've got to feel that. So is Andor really slow? Is it really as slow as people are saying? I really don't think so. And the reason I say that is because if you think about the way that things are set up, they're almost set up in the way that a lot of shows in the UK are, where, you know, you might look at some show and you go, oh, well, there's only 4 episodes in this season, but they're movie length. Each one is like almost 2 hours, right? And I feel like that's what they're doing here. They instead of doing it like these mini movies, right? For, you know, maybe 4 of them, that would be 12 episodes. They're taking each one and splitting it into 3. And I got to say, it's pretty gutsy for Disney to look at this. I should say Disney and Lucasfilm to look at this and say, you know what? We believe in this. It's going to pay off. Let's put out this episode where there's barely any action at all. And I really, really think that's to be commended. I think at this point, if you think that the show is too slow for you, then just wait it out. Wait it out and watch it all at once. Because it makes me wonder if that's really the way that it was conceived. You know, that this show was written to be like 4 movies instead of 12 episodes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering if all of the scenes, the way that everything transpires, I wonder if it's going to play out differently when you watch it all at the same time. I've said this before, but it seems like there's a lot of buildup, at least in Andor and in Rings of Power too. So, Andor Episode 5, The Axe Forgets. It's cool. Like I said, I think that's a cool title. I'm curious, though, if everybody is feeling the same way I am, where it's like, ooh, I'm intrigued. I'm ready for more. I'm ready to see this thing play out. Or are you kind of like, man, this is boring the crap out of me. I'm curious what people are thinking, because I just don't see it. I find it like refreshing. You know, we're getting what character development? What? I think it's awesome. So let me know what you're thinking down below. We'll talk about it. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.